Hey, what's up, team? This is Eddie Gray. I'm here with Robert. Say what's up, dude.
Hey, what's up, guys? What's up, Eddie?
Look, we're so excited to be able to bring you another way to collaborate, not just using Zoom anymore. Look, Zoom has been awesome for a lot of people, but for us that need high fidelity, we need another solution, and we think we've got it. It's called Source Nexus. Robert, tell us a little bit about it.
Right. So Source Nexus is basically a way where you can slap a plugin on a track, and from wherever I am, I can hear the output of that track at high quality, high fidelity, so that I could record remotely while you're engineering over there, or I could hear the mix and give you good mix notes while you're directing everything on your end.
So yeah, originally it was like more for voice artists who are in different states, countries, but now you can be in one city, you can have another collaborator or a client, and they can hear the mix with full fidelity. So we're gonna go over how we set this up, and we even came up with a little hack so that they can hear not just the mix, but the mix and the master or the stereo output in and of itself. So I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen. Again, we're bypassing the inputs and outputs of Zoom per se, and we're just using this plugin in a new fashion. So I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen. Let's go with desktop. We're not sharing computer sound because we're not doing that. And as of right now, you should be looking at my Zoom preferences on the left, my Logic preferences on the right, my big head right here. Okay, here we go. All right, so let me walk you through this. Okay, in Logic, you want to make sure that under Audio General, you you enable software monitoring. If you don't do this, you're not going to be able to hear yourself. Okay. All right. In your audio devices tab, this is all the same, the way you would normally have it set up. So no need to have your output set to Zoom and all that jazz. Okay. All right. Next, inside of Zoom, your speaker settings needs to be Source Nexus B. Your microphone needs to be set up as Source Nexus A. Go ahead and take notes. Okay. All right. So that's the setup portion. I'm going to let Robert explain this next part. Here's the music, and here is the talk back. I'll let you take
All
it
right.
away. Go for it.
So with this part of it, the routing inside your DAW, this is the smartest way to do it. So music, in this case, we have one track, but really it can be any number of tracks. It doesn't matter. The technique is the same. So what we're doing with our music track is we're routing the output to bus 100. It could be any bus as long as it's not being used. And we're creating a new aux. That new aux is basically our master. That's where we're going to put all of our stereo out plugins, like all the plugins we put at the end, like our limiter, our linear phase EQ, that kind of stuff. From that aux, or our pseudo master, we're going to use a different bus. In this case, we're using bus 1 to go into a new aux that we now put Source Nexus on. Now make sure that Source Nexus, that track, is just going to the stereo out. That's key, because otherwise, if you're routing it into the same bus, if you're routing into bus 100, well, that's where we get a feedback loop, because you're going to run it into itself.
Thank you. And that right there is my mic doubled up. So you got to be careful with this. You want to make sure that when you're talking back, let's say you're an instructor, let's say you're doing a session with a client, that when you're speaking, the input monitoring is only on the talkback itself. Otherwise, you'll get that phasey talkback.
Right.
So the reason that we set it up this way is that if you have a master setup, again, Robert was talking about having like, a limiter and all that jazz. So let's go ahead and just add a quick limiter on here. So now, if I make changes on the master itself, Robert in Chicago or wherever is going to be able to hear it in full fidelity. We did it another way before, but we realized that, hey, the stereo output, the master, isn't being routed. So this is a really clean and easy way of doing this. Now, look, with one track, it's easy to understand. So go ahead and practice just using one track or two tracks or three tracks. And then eventually when you have a 40 song or 100 song mix, you can do this easily. How does the audio sound to you? I'm going to go ahead and play it back to you. Check it out.
I mean, it sounds crisp. I mean, it sounds very high fidelity. It's always dependent on your client's internet connection. Like if your internet's bad, it's probably going to degrade a little bit. But I remember just the other day when we were hearing it in the room together. I mean, that was, it was perfect quality, as crisp as it can be.
Beautiful, beautiful. Well, look, I want to put on an offer to anybody. If you guys need help setting up, Robert is available to help. So go ahead and hit us up at support at hfmusicacademy.com. We help people all over the world. If you guys just need a little bit of support in terms of getting yourself ready to get your career to the next level, go ahead and hit us up, support at hfmusicacademy.com. This stuff is not that complicated, but it does take some work, right? It's not just going to land on your lap. And unfortunately, if you look at the manual documentation and help or other YouTube videos, there's not a lot of content with setting up this software Source Nexus with Logic Pro. So I just wanted to thank you guys for watching. If you like the content, go ahead and smash the like button, subscribe button. Robert, you have any parting words here? Anything else you want to say, my bro?
No, not much. Just, yeah, reach out to support, and we're always here to help. And we hope this video was good for you guys.
All right, buddy. Well, look, have a good night. Thank you very much. Namaste. Have yourself a nice day, and we'll talk to you guys later. Cheers.